Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Conversation Academy. I'm Amelie.
And I'm Alec. We're so happy to have you join us today for another session of English conversation practice. Today, we're going to talk all about traveling. It's a fun topic and a great way to improve your English. So, let's get started.
Alec, I know you love to travel. What's your favorite type of trip? Do you prefer relaxing beach holidays or adventurous explorations?
That's a great question, Emily. I used to be all about adventurous explorations, hiking mountains and exploring new cities. But lately, I've really started to appreciate relaxing beach holidays. There's something so refreshing about just sitting by the ocean, reading a book, and doing absolutely nothing. How about you?
I'm definitely more of a city explorer. I love walking around, seeing historical sites, visiting museums, and trying local food. Beach holidays are nice for a day or two, but I get a bit restless. I need to be out and about.
I totally understand that. There's a lot to see and do in cities. Have you been anywhere recently that really impressed you?
Oh, yes. Last year I went to Kyoto in Japan, and it was absolutely magical. The temples, the traditional gardens, the geishas. It felt like stepping back in time, and the food was incredible. Have you ever been to Japan?
I haven't, but it's very high on my list. I've heard so many wonderful things about Kyoto. My most recent trip was to Vancouver, Canada. I was really impressed by how close the city is to nature. You can be downtown one minute and then hiking in a beautiful park or skiing in the mountains the next.
That sounds amazing. I love cities that have a good balance of urban life and nature. What was your favorite part about Vancouver?
Definitely the outdoor activities. We went kayaking in False Creek, and the views of the city skyline were breathtaking. We also spent a day exploring Stanley Park, which is huge and so beautiful. And the food scene there is fantastic too, especially the seafood.
Oh, I bet. Seafood by the ocean is always the best. Do you usually plan your trips meticulously, or are you more spontaneous?
I used to be very spontaneous, just booking a flight and figuring things out as I went. But as I've gotten older, I find I enjoy my trips more if I have a bit of a plan. Not every hour scheduled, of course, but knowing where I'm staying and having a few key activities planned helps a lot. How about you?
I'm definitely a planner. I love researching destinations, reading blogs, and making lists of places to see and restaurants to try. I think it's part of the fun for me. My friends always laugh because I have a detailed itinerary.
Haha, I can imagine. But it must be nice to arrive and know exactly what you want to do. Do you have a dream destination, somewhere you haven't been yet but really want to go?
Oh, absolutely. I dream of going on an African safari. Seeing all the wildlife in their natural habitat would be an unforgettable experience. I've watched so many documentaries, and it just looks incredible. What about you?
An African safari sounds incredible. Mine would have to be New Zealand. I've always been fascinated by its stunning landscapes, from the fjords to the mountains and beautiful coastline. I imagine it's an adventurous paradise.
It really does look like it's straight out of a movie. What do you usually pack when you travel? Are you a light packer, or do you bring everything but the kitchen sink?
I try to be a light packer, but I always end up with a bit more than I need, especially if it's a longer trip. I usually bring versatile clothes that I can mix and match, and good walking shoes are a must. What are your essentials?
Oh, I'm definitely a light packer. I try to travel with just a carry-on if I can. It makes getting around so much easier. My essentials are a good book, a universal adapter, and a comfortable pair of sneakers. And of course, my camera.
That's smart. I always struggle with the carry on challenge. Do you prefer traveling alone, with friends, or with family?
I enjoy traveling with friends the most. It's fun to share experiences and create memories together. But I've also done a few solo trips, and those were very liberating in a different way. You get to do exactly what you want, when you want. What's your preference?
I'm similar. I've had some fantastic trips with friends, but I also really enjoy traveling with my partner. It's nice to have someone to share those moments with. Solo travel is something I'd like to try more of in the future, though. It seems like a great way to learn about yourself.
It definitely is. What's the most interesting thing you've learned or experienced while traveling?
Hmm, that's a tough one. I think it was when I volunteered for a few days at an elephant sanctuary in Thailand. It was so humbling to be around those incredible animals and learn about their conservation. It really changed my perspective on a lot of things.
Wow, that sounds like an incredible experience, Alec. I can only imagine how impactful that would be. For me, it was probably learning how to make traditional pasta from a local Italian grandmother in Rome. It wasn't just about the food, it was about connecting with the culture and traditions in a very personal way. It was truly special.
That sounds amazing, Amelie. Learning a skill from a local is such a unique souvenir. Do you ever try to learn a few phrases in the local language before you go somewhere new?
Absolutely. I always try to learn basic greetings. Please, thank you, and excuse me. It shows respect, and people always appreciate the effort, even if my pronunciation is terrible.
I do the same. Even a few words can make a big difference and open up more interactions with locals. What's the biggest challenge you've faced while traveling?
Oh, definitely getting lost. I have a terrible sense of direction, even with GPS. One time in Venice, I spent hours just trying to find my way back to my hotel. It was a bit stressful at the time, but now it's a funny story. Have you ever had a travel mishap?
Haha, getting lost in Venice sounds like a classic. For me, it was when my luggage got lost on a flight to Germany. I arrived with nothing but the clothes I was wearing. Luckily, it showed up a day later, but it was definitely a scramble to buy essentials in a foreign city.
Oh no, that's every traveller's nightmare, but I'm glad it eventually arrived. What advice would you give to someone who is new to travelling internationally?
I would say, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, but also remember to be mindful of local customs and traditions. And always have travel insurance. What's your top piece of advice?
My advice would be to embrace the unexpected. Things will inevitably go wrong sometimes, but those can often turn into the best stories or lead to new discoveries. And always try the local food, even if it looks a bit strange.
Great advice, Amelie. Trying new foods is definitely one of the highlights of traveling for me. Well, it looks like we're almost out of time for today. This has been a really fun conversation about traveling.
It certainly has, Alec. Thank you all for joining us for this English conversation practice on travelling. We hope you enjoyed it and learned some new phrases and vocabulary.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to English Conversation Academy for more lessons, and let us know in the comments where your dream travel destination is. We love hearing from you.
See you next time and happy travels.
Bye for now.